Hi everyone, my name is Robert and you're watching That's the Movie. So today I'll be reviewing Fury. Fury is a World War II movie starring Brad Pitt, and he plays a sergeant in a tank crew. So this is an American tank crew and a German tank crew. The German tank crews had superior armor, as it's detailed at the very beginning of the movie, and just the Americans had no chance against them when it came to the tanks. It was just imagine like 6'7" guy playing basketball and a 5'2", just no chance, you know? Every single time, boom. So anyways, this movie is a good movie, but I didn't like the movie. What the movie did great was fantastic cinematography throughout the whole movie. Right off the bat, you can just tell how great this movie is going to look. And great set design, you know, more about how it's going to look. Great makeup. The actors did, great jobs in this, and a great job in this movie. They had fantastic performances. Nobody, felt too bad or terrible. Everyone was a really talented cast. I mean, you had Brad Pitt, Jon Bernthal, you had Shia LaBeouf, Michael Pena, and Logan Lerman. These are 5 talented actors. They're really good actors. And fantastic music. I mean, the music here was just outstanding. When I first heard the main score, I was just blown away. I was like, what is this thing? Who's the one doing this music? And, I say for the credits, and it's Stephen Price did a fantastic job. He was the same guy who did the music for Gravity. Won him the Oscar last year. Better win him the Oscar for this year. Like, I'm serious about that. He did a really good job. But anyways, the tank battles were just awesome. Just on the edge of your seat the whole time. It was just really great action. It was fantastic. And the movie was really gory and bloody, and it just showed you just how unpretty war is. And this movie, and the whole movie had this sort of like gray color the whole time, and everything just felt depressing and pessimistic, and you didn't expect anyone to survive, like, at all. I mean, everyone was always covered in dirt. All the soldiers, all grimy and dirty, like they haven't showered for weeks. That's pretty much true. A lot of them didn't shower for a while because they didn't see the point, and they didn't really have time to do it, They were constantly being shot at or fighting for their life, so it was good. I really liked that. But where this movie really failed, and it failed in such a crucial part that it ruined pretty much just most of the movie, is that they had a very unlikable cast of characters. Brad Pitt's character was pretty much a dick the whole time. Shia LaBeouf, at first you're like, oh, he seems like a nice guy. No, wait, he's an asshole. Everyone's an asshole. Jon Bernthal is like the leader of, like, just the mega asshole. Like, you hate him off the bat. I mean, he usually plays assholes. If some of you don't know Jon Bernthal, he's Shane from The Walking Dead, so you know what he means. So you know what I mean. He's a complete asshole. He was just an asshole in this movie, too. Michael Pena was probably the one guy who was a dick, but he was funny about it. And then Logan Lerman was just a new guy who had never, killed anybody in his life, and he had more, he was morally against, killing people. He just doesn't do it. He can't do it. He's never done that before. He's just a kid. But all these guys are just complete freaking assholes about everything, and I hated them. I wanted to slap them every time. And there's specifically this one scene in the middle that lasted, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes, just way too long. It was unnecessary, and it was a scene where Brad Pitt and Logan Lerman's character went inside to one of these houses in a German town, and in the house, in like sort of apartment, there's 2 German girls. One's looks like the mother, and one the daughter, and daughter's kind of like Logan Lerman's age. Character, whatever, I don't know how old he was, but he looked pretty young. Anyways, so it was just them making breakfast for them, and then for some reason, Brad Pitt's character told Logan Lerman's character to take her into the room, and they banged, I guess. But I'm like, why? That just the scene with that moment in that scene was entirely unnecessary. I'm like, okay, so now we have a woman in this movie. Oh, okay, but he's gonna bang her. But why? Is that even necessary? I don't think that works like that. I'm pretty sure that any human, no matter where you're from, that's not going to work like that. When they got in there, those girls were terrified of them. And then what? 15 minutes later, she's going to bang one of them? That's not what happens. That doesn't happen. I know for sure. And then the 3 Musketeers, the massive assholes, showed up. They finished the scene. They made the scene much longer and unnecessarily uncomfortable and just boring, and he just made you hate the characters even more. Just Shane from The Walking Dead, Jon Bernthal, shows up, fucks everything up again. I'm like, oh, wow, we get more of this asshole stuff. Do we need to see this? This is not cool. We don't think this is nice. It's not appealing. Take it out. Why is this here in the movie? Shia LaBeouf shows up. Be more of an asshole. Michael Pena was still, again, the only one who's redeemable out of all those 3. He was funny most of the time, but everyone else is just a complete fucking asshole. I'm like, that just pissed me off that this movie could have been great, but it ruined it by having such terrible characters. So terrible. And I blame David Ayer. He wrote this movie, and he directed it. It's his fault that this crucial part of the movie was ruined. War movies are, you know, great because they have great characters. Besides having fantastic action and music and all that stuff, that's secondary to having fantastic characters. And they didn't. These characters, you didn't like them. They were unrelatable, just complete assholes. So, yeah, I'm sorry I went on a rant there, but it's just, that just got me angry, you know? The movie could have been so much, but it just stayed in mediocre land because the director decided to write something shitty. Anyways, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook at TheRealRobertAH. You guys can go on Instagram, follow me at Robert Alfonso-Hidalgo, and you guys can go on the Sasha Marina Show, look up our podcast there. We have it from 12 p.m. Pacific Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Monday we talk about news. And you guys can go on Facebook and look up That's the Movie and Sasha Marina Show, and there are 2 pages you guys can like. And also go on Google Play and BlackBerry World. There we have the Sasha Marina Show app. Easiest way to keep up to date with everything we're doing. So yeah, in short, this review, World War II is filled with a bunch of assholes. That's a movie. Off the bat,
and it's 5 generations. These 3 families, we go out into space and we jump to the stars. And one family's a military family. They're in Space Command.